Greetings YouTube, welcome back to the channel. I've seen enough multiverse movies in the past year plus to know that when things start to splinter out, they break. And when I think about this game at its best, and I've been playing this game for so long, I've almost lost track of how many years it's been. But when the game was at its best, it was pretty simple. And I know that probably didn't make Kabam as much money, and I get why they would evolve it. But when it was just Alliance Quest, Alliance War, Event Quest, Story Quest, and maybe some stuff like variants or random side quests. And then of course you have the Arena, Labyrinth of Legends, eventually Abyss. But it was manageable, but also, for me at least, and maybe there'd be people out there who disagree, it was relaxing. But this month, the game feels like it's breaking. It feels like we're splitting ourselves into a multiverse of literal madness by several things just not working, and by Kabam not saying publicly in the in-game inbox, and yes, there are always people who say, Prof, you're misspeaking. They commented on the forums. I can't tell you how many quote-unquote normal players, not the ones that live on the forums, not the ones that are content creators, just normal everyday players, how much they don't live on the forums. They log into the game, sometimes maybe only once a day, maybe just to move an Alliance quest, I don't know. And that's it. And so they can't afford to miss a message because Kabam doesn't want to put it in the in-game inbox. And so some of these players have told me, Prof, you need to discuss, and I'm still going to touch on it, and I've touched on it on past videos, and I'll probably touch on it again, how for incursions, which right now I'm just doing a once a day kind of one room push just to be able to get the bonus points. But I know people who spent Lord knows how many revives and units only to lose their last incursion run because the incursions vanished from their screen before they were able to become a legend. And it's caused a couple people who chose to remain nameless, and I of course will respect that desire, to say this might be my breaking point. The game is so broken that I did everything right to save units and revives and make that push, and I got stopped. But something that I want to touch on too, and I'm sure it'll be some point of the thumbnail, this is an example of the game just being so broken that the coding is off. This is the second time that I have won 2 out of 3 victory track matches, and Kabam has not had the coding acknowledge it. You can see that I have completed 3, but I only got credit for 1, and you might be thinking, well, you probably just won 1 out of 3. Well, let's go to the receipts, as the kids say, and let's see that my last 3 matches were a loss, a win, and a win. That's 2 out of 3. And as proud as I am of winning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of my last 6 matches, I didn't think in this season I would do that. And I guarantee you at least half the people that I beat, especially in 3 rounds, were people that I would have lost 5 out of 10 times. Sometimes I played really well, sometimes I got lucky. You never know. Regardless, though, Kabam is not keeping track of the wins like they used to. And so I only do right now 3 matches every 2 days because the trophy tokens are really my motivation. Now, is 200 trophy tokens really that big of a deal to miss? I don't think so. But it's just annoying. It's just a constant reminder that more things are broken. Every day, there's a constant reminder that more things are broken. And there are going to be the Kabam loyalists that no matter how broken the game is, says, we're just going to be happy the game exists. And while I am happy the game exists, if you're a paying customer, and several of you are, most of you are, you aren't paying for a bugged, dysfunctional product. And I am not naive enough to think that the game is ever going to be fully bug-free. I'm sure so many games out there never will be. This is not strictly an MCOC conversation. But as Kabam adds more to the game, as we continue to advance our 7 stars, Ascension's not even here yet in the game, and so much else, I can't help but think of the multiverse analogy that started this video. the more things are put in, the more things break. And I would rather have a simple game that's done really well and keeps me coming back than something that's so bugged and so complicated to even keep track of all the issues that it's exhausting. Because right now, there are so many bugs, all of us are exhausted.